Imagine this. You're walking through the woods. It's extremely foggy. Suddenly, you hear a noise behind you, but it's too late. There's a knife in your back, and your lifeless body slumps to the floor. You throw your controller down in rage and say you're never playing Dark Souls again. Video games are a realm of diversity and opportunity, allowing you to take on numerous roles. You can be an Italian plumber, a test subject with a gun that shoots portals, even an NBA All-Star player. There is one role, though, that stands out among the rest, that of a murderer, a cold-blooded, heartless harbinger of death. Video games are an ever-growing market and continue to permeate everyday life for lots of people. In this speech, I will inform you of how video games insert objective morality into their storylines, be the examples of the games Dishonored and Undertale, with their mechanics of chaos and love, respectively. These two mechanics are not foreign to me, as I have played through most of Dishonored and have completed multiple runs of Undertale. First, I will give a quick definition of objective morality and how it relates to us. Merriam-Webster defines objective as relating to an object independent of individual thought and perceptible by all observers. Likewise, Merriam-Webster defines morality as a doctrine or system of moral conduct. Therefore, objective morality can be defined as a doctrine or system of moral conduct that exists apart from the individual thought, morality that exists intrinsically. So why does that matter to us here? I would assume that all of us here are Christians, hopefully. So we believe in the God of the Bible, a holy God from which we can know what is good and therefore what is bad, as it says in Leviticus 11:44 and 45, "Be holy, for I am holy." Now that we have a definition for objective morality and how it relates to us, we can talk about its presence in Dishonored. Dishonored is a first-person stealth platformer. You play as Corvo Attano, an assassin with magic powers such as teleportation and possession. Your playstyle affects the story, which is measured between missions via the Chaos system. If you stick to the shadows and remain unseen by most, along with refusing to kill your enemies by using sleep darts or chokeholds, your Chaos level will stay low. Alternatively, if you run down the main street, alerting everyone to your presence in the center of the town via the echoes of guns being fired and screams of guards before they're cut down, your Chaos will increase. Lower Chaos leads to a smaller outbreak of the plague that is dooming Dunwall, the city you're in, causing less rats to appear as well as weepers, those affected by the plague. One of your companions says to you in-game to have pity for those afflicted, but a warning, pity them from afar. Guards are more lax, leading to less patrols. After rescuing the Empress's daughter Emily, you can find her at your HQ between missions drawing a picture of a lighthouse with a rainbow behind it. You can find a picture on the fandom page for Emily online. In the epilogue, the Outsider, a mysterious godlike figure that follows your progress, tells that a golden age prospers and gives Emily, the new Empress, the title of Emily the Wise. With high chaos, the opposite happens. The plague runs rampant through the streets. Security is drastically increased. In the last level, a giant storm is approaching the island, giving the level an atmosphere of dread and darkness, while also making certain paths impossible to traverse. Samuel, the boatman who transports you between levels, tells Corvo right before the last level that he is the worst of all the conspirators, no better than the traitors, firing a shot to alert the guards on the island to him. Emily's drawing is no longer a lighthouse, but rather Corvo on a heap of corpses left in his wake. The interesting thing about the Chaos system is that it explains how murder is wrong in the game. Even if you stay unseen, high killing still leads to high chaos. In order to get the good ending, 80% of the population must survive, a statistic from IGN regarding the Chaos system. You cannot defend your actions, for example, to Samuel before he fires the shot in a high chaos run, that the killings were just or that they deserved it. Therefore, the game shows that killing is depicted as objectively wrong/evil. Now that Dishonored is done with, we can move on to Undertale. Undertale is a stereotypical JRPG, but with the twist that you don't have to kill anyone you encounter. In the pacifist route, you kill no one, instead acting with them, so they lose the will to fight you. After completing the true pacifist route, if you load the game back up, the main antagonist will pop on screen, asking you, the player, to stop resetting the game and to let Frisk be happy, the character you play as. The genocide route, on the other hand, is just as it sounds, systematically purging areas of monsters until everyone is either dead or has fled. The game acknowledges these killings and increases your love, an acronym for level of violence, as you kill monsters. It depicts these killings as objectively wrong as well. The final boss of the genocide route has a mechanic called Karma, which deals increased damage based on your love. Information about Karma can be found on the attack types page of the Undertale wiki. Some of the flavor text that can pop up during the battle will say that you feel your sins crawling on your back. Once again, you cannot justify whether a killing should count towards your level of violence or not. After all, most of the enemies in the game approach you, and you can't even spare them right away. Therefore, the game acknowledges that as you continue to kill, it increases your love and is objectively wrong to do so. Somewhere in the files of pictures that my parents keep on a computer is a picture of a 2-year-old me holding an N64 controller upside down, attempting to play Perfect Dark. Video games have been a part of my life for as much as I can remember. I find joy in playing through them, especially when they have good stories, good immersion, and can make you stop and think about bigger things, such as, is it okay if I kill this person? As I've gone over the definition of objective morality, explained the chaos system in Dishonored, and explained the love in Undertale, I've given you just 2 examples of objective morality in video games. If you have not played through either of these, I would highly recommend you do. I would also encourage you to find other examples of bigger thoughts and questions as you play through these and other video games.